when you can see a checkbox type of thing where you select something. Okay. Okay. So this is some sort of checkbox. Now, checkbox में खासियत यही है कि तुम एक साथ मल्टीपल सेलेक्ट कर सकते हो. ठीक है, यू कैन सेलेक्ट मल्टीपल आइटम. ना यहाँ पे जो एट्रीब्यूट्स है अब हम इनको समझते हैं. ठीक है, अभी देखो सबसे पहला इनपुट है टाइप चेकबॉक्स. ठीक है, टाइप चेकबॉक्स का मतलब ये है कि लाइक इनपुट टाइप जब भी तुम चेकबॉक्स दोगे, whenever you are giving a checkbox type, a box will be visible where you can tick mark or unmarked. Okay. Now, next thing is name. Oh, sorry, ID vehicle one. So we'll come to this ID later on, but we'll first take this name. Okay. So what I told you a brief, like every time you click, na, there is a handler attached actually. That handler is activated. Okay. So you can see, okay, bring up all in a single div. Okay, now you can see I have got three in. Okay, you have bike, car, or a boat, anything. Now, what is happening is this name sort of thing. Okay, now whenever you are taking any sort of data, you are taking from input, तो तुम define कर सकते हो कि initially की like okay, तुम assume करो यूजर के पास इन तीनों में से कुछ भी नहीं है. You can mark all these three variables as false from JavaScript perspective. क्योंकि जब यूजर इनपुट ले रहे हो तो कहीं पे स्टोर कर रहे हो, you are storing somewhere. So you will assume initial value as false. Now what will happen? For each separate input, you will be having a separate output variable. Okay, so whenever you are clicking on any of this thing, so ये name tag का use कैसे होता है और ये value tag ये हम लोग encounter करेंगे JavaScript के ऊपर. अभी ये clear नहीं होगा. Okay, this has to do with some JavaScript to make available. Okay, whenever you are checking anything, what is happening with name and what is happening with the value tag. Okay, so right now we can focus just on this thing, this type checkbox type. Okay, so whenever you are clicking or declicking it, so it is selecting and deselecting. So you can have multiple selections available. You can select multiple items from it. Okay, is it clear? Is checkbox type clear?
So why have we used like multiple label instances?
Because we have got three type of input. See, we have got one input here. Okay. So to make available this one input, so we have to match with one label. No? For every input field, you need a label. Now, let's do one thing. I will make this whole thing go available. Okay. Now, if you click on this text, now it won't select this checkbox. Okay. Now, what we do is just to control that, make vehicle one available, and now remove this ID. Okay. Again, if you are clicking on this thing, this is not working. So you can see this ID, vehicle one is linked with this fourth enable. So what is available? So even if you are clicking on this checkbox, you can select. And now, even if you click on the label, you can select and deselect. To link this label with this input, use this ID and this vehicle one. I will make this label for vehicle 3. Okay. Now what will happen if I click now? You can see label 3. मैं label 1 पे click कर रहा हूँ, but item जो है वो 3 वाला check हो रहा है. You can see why? Because this label is for vehicle 3. So I will make it vehicle. So for every individual input, you have to build an individual label. Okay. Clear हुआ सभी को?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are done with the multiple selection. Suppose in case you have to select multiple items. Okay. Now we will look into something which is called radio type input. Okay, where we will be using where you can just select one item out of multiple. Okay. Now, you can see you can select just one out of these. you can't select multiple items. Now, you can see here in the checkbox, this name is a different thing. This name is different thing. Why? Because you are storing for every checkbox, you are storing value in separate variable, in a separate like vehicle one variable, vehicle two variable. But in case of radio input type will be radio. But now you can see this name. This name variable is favorite language every time. It is not favorite language one, favorite language two, or favorite language three. It means for every sort of input, you can have only one selection. You can just select one item. If I will make it a favorite language one and rest of those as favorite language only, so what will happen is you can select the very first one. You can select this HTML. But out of CSS and JavaScript, you can also select any of these ones. Why? Because these are out, yet these are in the same name. Favorite language, favorite language. This has got favorite language one. So checkbox और रेडियो में डिफरेंस इतना ही है कि अगर तुम्हें यूजर को मल्टीपल सिलेक्शन देना है, you want user to select multiple values, तो वहां पे यूज करेंगे checkbox. Okay. And if you want user to select just one value, single value, you can use input type as radio. Is it clear?